Sometimes, the funniest things happen when no one's trying to be funny. One second you're walking, the next you're trending worldwide. These clips weren't staged, yet they captured reactions more real than any scripted show. This is another episode of incredible moments caught on camera, where everything you're about to see actually happened. When the ocean struck back. A group of friends were drifting quietly in a small boat near the coastline, the sea calm and peaceful. The ocean suddenly exploded in front of them. Out of nowhere, a massive humpback whale shot straight out of the water, mouth wide open. Before they could even react, the whale came crashing down right on top of another boat nearby. The sound was terrifying, like thunder mixed with a cannonball splash. The camera went wild. You could barely see anything except water and foam. For a moment, it looked like everything had been swallowed by the sea. When the camera finally steadied, all that was left was swirling water and shock on everyone's faces. The man filming could only mutter a few words, still trying to understand what just happened. Sharks in shallow water. It looked like a normal day at the beach. But then, something huge was floating just offshore. A dead whale. One shark suddenly jumped onto the carcass and started thrashing. The group shouted, stunned by what they were seeing. Within seconds, another shark showed up. The feeding turned into chaos. The water turned rough and loud gasps kept coming from the crowd. As the wave cleared, the damage was clear. The whale's side was ripped open. People couldn't look away. A jump like no other. Out on open water, what started as a quiet moment turned into something unforgettable. Out of nowhere, a giant orca launched into the air, twisting mid-jump. The energy on the boat completely shifted. The orca landed with a huge splash, just meters from the boat. The sound of water and cheers filled the air. The day that shocked the world. It was public appearance. Smiles, waves, and a cheering crowd lined the street. President Kennedy's motorcade turned onto Elm Street. But then, something changed. His smile disappeared, and his hands moved to his throat. He looked confused, almost frozen. In just seconds, the unthinkable happened. The final shot hit, and the moment turned horrific. Flames at the doorstep. What started as a quiet evening turned into a race for survival. You can almost feel the heat through the screen. At first, the porch is already in flames. Smoke rolls in, and the fire climbs fast, spreading across the ceiling. Suddenly, a man yells from inside. His voice is sharp, panicked, warning everyone to get out right now. He keeps shouting. People start scrambling, and the fear in their voices is real. Rescue in the dark. In the middle of the night, a police officer's body cam shows a real-life emergency. There's no time to waste. The officer runs fast down a muddy hill. His flashlight hits a white car stuck in dark water. Slipping through wet leaves, he shouts back that he has a tool. They are yelling over each other, trying to act fast. Nearly gone in seconds. This dashboard view starts off calm, but what happens next feels like a movie stunt gone wrong. The red off-road vehicle is too close to the edge. Then, in just a second, the rocky ground slips. The whole SUV tips and rolls straight down the steep mountain. Dust fills the air. Metal pieces fly off. It's replayed again and again, and each time it looks worse. Police officer's life saved by seconds. This moment started as just another traffic stop. What happened next could have ended much worse. The officer was calmly speaking with the driver when suddenly a spinning car came flying in from behind. He had no warning. It all happened in a split second. The impact is violent. Debris flies everywhere. The officer is tossed off his feet, then somehow gets right back up, shaken but still standing. A still moment turned deadly on the tracks. This moment starts quietly, but what happens next left even seasoned viewers speechless. As the train approaches, a cow slowly walks onto the track. It stops right in front, not reacting, not moving an inch. The train driver blasts the horn again, but the cow doesn't flinch. It looks up but stays in place, unaware of what's coming. A wild chase that ended in tragedy. Out in the wilderness, one man happened to capture a rare and shocking moment of nature's raw power. The camera locks onto a hillside where a deer walks carefully near a steep waterfall. Just above her, a large stag appears and charges right toward her. The stag bumps into her, and in seconds, she loses balance. She slips off the edge and tumbles straight down the cliff. A heart-stopping near collision on the highway. A deer charges out from the trees and crosses fast, landing right in the lane ahead. Another one trails close behind. The rider barely has time to react. Both animals dash across safely, but for a second, it looked like disaster was certain. When a bear opens a car door, a massive brown bear walks straight up to the car and pulls the door open like it's no big deal. The scream that follows says it all. Then the smaller bear joins in, and for a second it looks like they're about to climb inside. The panic is real. When a bear breaks into your living room, this looked like just another quiet day inside a cozy mountain home. But then, the door didn't knock, it exploded. Out of nowhere, the front door gets ripped open with a loud crash. Debris flies everywhere. Then, slowly, a giant bear walks right in. Calm, curious, it sniffs around the sofa like it's been here before. The dog that suddenly collapsed. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary here until the dog froze. At first, the dog just stood still on the sidewalk. Then within seconds, its legs gave out and it hit the ground hard. As the seizure eased, the dog slowly tried to stand. It looked confused, shaky, but picked something off the ground with its mouth. The fowl and the gentleman's touch. In rainy night on a quiet cobblestone street, things took a sudden turn. As the man adjusted his hood, he took a small step forward. That one step was enough. His feet slipped out fast, and he slammed down hard. He scrambled to get up, using the car to steady himself. Just as he stood, a woman walked up. Without thinking twice, he reached for her hand. Truck climbs wall like it's flat ground. When most people see a concrete wall, they stop. As the camera rolls, the truck sits quietly, engine running. Then, out of nowhere, it starts climbing straight up the wall like it's nothing. The front tire slams over the edge, and the driver holds it steady. The cameraman can't help but shout in shock and laugh. Flying straight into the blizzard. Flying into harsh weather isn't for the faint-hearted, but for this crew, it's just part of the job. As the camera looks out the window, you can barely see anything. Thick white fog surrounds the plane, and all you hear is the engine rumble. Snow hits the wing hard, but those engines keep spinning like machines built for war. A calm voice in the background says something to praise the pilots. Then the camera turns inside. No passengers here, just wires, blinking lights, and people focused on data. Gone in one splash. Some moments don't need words. The visuals and sound say it all. And this one? You can feel it before it even happens. The house looks like it's just holding on. With the ground washed out beneath it, every second feels like the last. Then, with a loud crack and deep groan, the house begins to lean. You can hear the weight shifting. And just like that, it falls. A giant splash, a crash, and the house vanishes into chaos below. Plane sparks panic in the sky. Someone noticed an airplane flying low. But this wasn't just any flight. Flames were clearly visible on one side of the jet. The person filming tried to zoom in. You could see light flickering along one engine, like it was catching fire in the air. The person filming seemed unsure if it was light reflecting off the plane or something more serious. Baby elephant's playful chase. Wildlife Park turned hilarious when one little elephant decided to challenge a flock of birds. The baby spots the birds and suddenly starts wobbling toward them, looking like it's on a mission. It charges right into the flock, sending the birds running in every direction. As it keeps chasing, flapping ears and all, the little one makes a sharp turn and boom, slips and falls face first on the grass. The baby struggles but gets up, walks over to the adult elephant, and gets a comforting nudge. What a little show stealer. That's it for today's round of real-life surprises. If you had a favorite moment, let us know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button for more unexpected clips and tell us what kind of moments you want to see next. See you in the next video.